Thank you for coming today. I hope everyone had a good Shabbat. Shavua Tov. I am Bree Katz, the technical director here at HIA. And I'm sorry if you were here on Thursday, you're going to hear the same thing right now. It is at moments like these that I wish I could say that I have been here for many years and that I have watched these girls grow into the young women who have put this show together today. But the truth is that I just started a year ago, and when Chagiga started this year, I was just trying to learn everyone's names. So I haven't seen them grow or change through the years, but I can say this. These young people have worked incredibly hard, and together have created a new, original, and creative production. From the script, sets, direction, performing, tech, decoration, marketing, and probably more, these students have done it all. I cannot be more proud of these young women and grateful to be part of this experience. Some housekeeping. In respect to these performers, please use this time to shut off your phones or put them on airplane mode. The frequencies of the cell phones interfere with the audio system. Everyone's sitting down. Thank you. Next up will be Zoe with a Dvar Torah, and then our fearless director, Jemima, will be introducing the show. I hope you all enjoy it. Thank you.
Good afternoon. In this week's Parsha B'Shalach, we see the continuation of the story of Yetziat Mitzrayim, the Exodus from Egypt. It is a continuation of the story from last week's Parsha, Parsha Bo. When the people of Israel came out of Egypt, Moshe could have chosen to speak to them about so many things. The years of slavery that they are leaving behind, all the plagues and miracles that Hashem has done for them, the Torah that they are about to receive, or their journey to the Promised Land. But Moshe does not mention any of this. During this most important time in the history of the Jewish people, as they are starting their journey as a people for the first time, Moshe, on 3 different occasions, talks about education, especially education in regards to parents' responsibility to their children. The Pasuk says, V'hizaret lebanecha, in 3 different ways, the importance of commandment to teach one's children about the story of Yetziat Mitzrayim. Moshe tells us that the greatest gift we can give our children is not money or possessions, but a story that connects them to their history and past, a story that connects them to who we are as a people, a story that across the generations is the gift of an identity and why you know who you are and why you can live a life with courage and confidence. You can live life with purpose. Jews are known as Am HaSefer, the people of the book. And I say, we are the people of the story. As we are showcasing in this Chagiga presentation, Jews have always built Beit Midrash Heder learning centers. We are people of education. It is our strength and our roots, and we are proud to celebrate this idea here today. Thank you.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming. So, writing a play that celebrates Jewish women has taught me so much. For instance, I've learned all about which female singers are Jewish. You've got Bette Midler, Paula Abdul, and Carole King, all famously Jewish. But more surprisingly, Helen Reddy is a Jew. She actually converted to Judaism when she married her husband, but after they divorced, she still kept Judaism close to her. In fact, on her Christmas album, she didn't sing any religious songs, instead opting for ones that were winter-themed. And let me just say, she sounds really frum. Another Jew, Pink. Rumor has it she hosts Shabbos every week. It was me. I started that rumor. I just love to picture a Shabbos in the Pink household. I conceived of the idea for this play in 9th grade, so I've been working on it for pretty much my entire high school career. I've had a playlist of every song I could find by a Jewish woman, and I just sort of chipped away at that to find the most recognizable, most emotion-filled, and most melodious songs. The title of this play, All We Are, comes from the most epic of this play's soundtrack, Are We All We Are by Pink, which examines a society that is not elevating people the way that it should be. The song begs for positive change and equality with a rebellious spirit, as our characters do as they fight against the gender norms and social disadvantages of women in 1919. I extensively studied the goings-on of 1919, the fashion, the larger social issues, and popular culture to imagine what a group of young girls interested in feminism might look like as a social group. I strove to be the best director I could be. I wanted this to be an ensemble play to elevate multiple voices and make everyone feel included, and this being a feminist play, I wanted to make sure that I made each character multifaceted and that the conflict didn't vilify anyone and didn't break the attachment that you will hopefully feel to each of the characters on stage. I wanted to create a setting full of progress to be made while still making it fun and infusing a modern touch with an inspiring message and characters. I spent a lot of time with these women in this time period, but the best part was watching the cast make the characters their own. They really bring them to life, and it brings me so much joy to hear people's ideas and insights about their characters. Even something as small as what if I paced here, or we should fist bump in the background, makes me so happy. They're so talented and have worked so hard. They have stuck together and grown stronger as a group when faced with challenges and loss. I've learned so much from this process. The girls taught me the importance of creative liberty, humor, and bonding experiences. And I also learned how to play the piano when we didn't have an instrumental for a song, how to audio edit, and how to voice coach. This play has really taught me what we're capable of if we're just brave enough to fiddle around with the unfamiliar as a team. I was inspired to write this play by the incredible women in my life, like my mom, my sister, Theodelle, and especially my Safka and Granny, who taught me to use my voice and that women can do anything. Special thank yous to the entire cast, backstage, tech, the producers, all of the committees. You truly went above and beyond. Thank you to Bree, Miss Simony, Mr. Michael, Miss Haney, Rafaeli Merlis, Dr. Stevenson, Dr. Mason, Dr. Winter, Mrs. Brand. As you watch this show, I hope you'll feel energized and full of optimism for Jewish women and all we are. You'll laugh, hopefully. You'll cry, maybe, but you will clap, please. I'm so excited and grateful that you come to see our show. And now, without further ado, I'm thrilled to present to you All We Are.
Just a mirror.
So, what are you in for?
I came late.
So does everyone. I missed most of homeroom on Wednesday. They gave you detention for a tardy?
No, you don't understand. I came really late. Like a week into school late.
There's no way that's true. Was your carrier pigeon delayed? Your horse's shoe broke? It's 1919, not the dark ages. How could you come a week late? That's ridiculous.
Hey, we've all been there.
We have so not all been there, Roz. Sorry about her. I'm Golda, by the way, and that's Roz, and that's Emma, but she won't talk much because she bragged me not to force her to.
I'm Ruth, and I really did come a week late. But in my defense, this school starts earlier than my last one. Besides, you can't be a model citizen. You're in detention too.
A mere formality, and if you must know, it was all Roz's fault.
I'm sure that's not true.
No, it is. I smelled silver salt in Mr. Pickett's in chemistry. He'll be blue for a week and a half. Golda tried to stop it from happening, but in doing so stained her hands as well. Joke, fully intended. So yes, it was my fault.
But I'm sure you didn't mean to.
Well,
What?
I would say consciously.
Oh, Lord.
Wait, but Golda, why would you take the fall? You could have easily told the teacher what happened.
She wouldn't do that to her best friend.
Wait, you guys are best friends?
Yeah, was that not obvious?
Aw, Golda just has a funny way of showing her friendship, that she's really just a big teddy bear.
False. I was just following common courtesy. I would be less upset if that Louise weren't looking so smug at the next table watching me get in trouble. She wasn't even doing her experiment run, and somehow I'm the one who gets in trouble.
Wait, Louise from the 11th grade? She seems super nice. She helped me find my classroom on my first day. She was so funny and helpful.
Take that back.
Uh-oh. What?
Louise is not helpful. Louise is the worst.
Well, she should also be coming in any time now. She ended up getting detention for violating dress code.
No. Louise cannot come here. I tried to make every space I'm in a Louise-free zone.
We even made a cross stitch that says it. See?
Ooh, it's so pretty.
Right?
Yeah, I just love the colors and... Wait, that's so mean for no reason.
For no reason. Think again, Ruby. Louise is brash, incapable of thinking of anyone outside herself, and absolutely cannot be trusted. You'll see.
What's that? Where's the lights go?
Everyone, get up. This is important.
But I thought we only
You too, Emma. Everyone up. Let's go. Let me tell you how amazing your precious Louise really is. She's a cold-hearted snake. Look into her eyes. Uh-oh. She's been telling lies. She's so sinister and plain. She don't play by rules. Uh-oh. Girl, don't play the
all the rubbish. It's not befitting of a lady.
Well, we all have to trudge through it. Even ladies, vestments and all.
Oh, Gilda, how close-minded of you. Not everything is such a mad rush, though. Your hair might beg to differ.
I couldn't care less about my hair. And it's Golda. You know it's Golda. We've been in class together for years.
Oops, guess I forgot.
Are you guys seeing this?
Yeah, she's absolutely owning you. So, Louise, isn't that the dress you got detention for wearing?
Yes, good eye, this is she. Isn't she a beauty?
Why'd you get detention for it?
Emma, some tact, please.
Yeah, what gives?
A formality. You know, so many here at this institution lack appreciation for creative self-expression. It really is a shame how individuality can be stifled in the very rooms meant to further one's idea of self.
Oh, please.
According to the school, my garb may not be up to snuff, but I assure you my hearing is.
Please, we totally get what you're going for. Some might even say it's brave.
Heavens, look at the time. Could detention be over so soon? Well, it was lovely speaking to you good folks, but my mother's hosting an elegant yet tasteful soiree, so I've got to run.
Bye. Have a good time.
Oh, don't you worry about that.
I knew she heard me. It's just like her to completely ignore me.
Hello, Emma. How are you?
Fine, Principal Schefter.
That's good. Now, I saw that you submitted to the town's literary magazine.
Yeah, I guess. How did you know about that?
I have my ways. Anyway, you do know that you don't fit the eligibility requirements.
Oh, but I thought I was old enough, and there wasn't a fee?
Yet, there remains one issue. You are not male.
What?
Girls can't submit to the magazine.
But that's not fair. The prize is a college scholarship. That's only for boys.
I don't think the magazine cares, and they contacted me to tell me as much. You won't be using that scholarship anyway. Our school has a reputation to uphold, and I don't need my students submitting amateur poetry to publications for which they are not qualified. But that will be all.
No way. You guys too? Detention pals.
Fancy seeing you here. Do you think this could count as an extracurricular for us? I've devoted so much time.
If it makes you feel better, go for it.
And I'll be club leader. Now wait, do I want that much responsibility? If it makes you feel better, I can be club leader.
Oh, Golda, that's so generous of you.
I know, just doing my duty to my fellow. Emma, what's up? Emma, seriously, what happened? Okay, if you tell me, I'll give you a pack of gum.
Fine. But give me my book back as collateral.
That's not what collateral is.
Okay, first of all, you're supposed to be feeling bad for me right now. And second of all, just give me my book. Thank you. Now for my story. So, I submitted a poem to a literary magazine, but then Principal Schefter got mad at me because it's only for boys, and she said I was embarrassing the school and I'd never be able to use the scholarship prize anyway. Oh, Emma, that's awful. We're so sorry that happened to you.
So sorry, what happened?
I submitted to a literary magazine, but they rejected it because it's only for boys. And then Principal Schefter told me I didn't deserve it anyway.
Well, it sounds to me like you've got a crisis of confidence.
Yeah, we seriously didn't need your feedback on that. Emma's gonna be just fine. She'll soldier on, right?
Yeah, sure.
You misunderstand me. I was merely suggesting that an event like this may signify that an attitude adjustment is in order. As young women, in order to fight against the powers that be, you need gun
function. And a positive self-image certainly helps. You would know. One example of that would be me ignoring that unnecessarily hurtful comment.
That's nice and all, but the real womanly thing to do is turn the other cheek. We have to accept certain harsh realities about being female, but the power is in succeeding with what you're given within the bounds.
Was that going through your head when you supported Roz in her bid against Mr. Pickett's?
I wouldn't betray Roz. It's girl code.
Well, I'd like to propose a new girl code. This one says that if you see a wrong happening to yourself or a fellow young lady, you stand up to it. Look at us. We're intelligent, capable, and courageous young women. We can't hide ourselves away or constantly bend to the wills of others until we break. We're our own people with untold potential if we're only willing to recognize and embrace it. If we can look these people who try to limit us in the eye and say, "You don't own me. I'm not just one of yours. You don't own me. Don't say I can't keep up with things. And don't tell me what to do. And don't tell me what to say. And please, when I walk in the room, don't put me on display. 'Cause you don't own me. Don't try to shame me in anger. You don't own me. Don't tie me down 'cause I never say. I don't tell you what to say. I don't tell you what to do. So just let me be myself. That's all I ask of you. I'm young and I love to be young. I'm free and I love to be free to live my life the way I want. To say and do whatever I please. That's all I ask of you. See, I knew you had it in you. Doesn't that feel great?
I have to hand it to you. That was pretty convincing.
And your arguments were so well constructed. I totally support sticking it to him.
Have you considered a career in theater?
You're too kind, I'm blushing.
But seriously though, your central thesis is relevant to so much more than just Emma's problem.
Like other teachers being mean?
Sure, but I'm also talking about our place in society, how we're treated. Look around you. Women can't handle their own money, own their own property.
Not to mention men getting automatic custody of children. And we can't even vote. We're only 16. But the point is, one day we won't be. They'll take us from our father's house and force us into a husband's. We'll have no say in the matter.
If we can't have a say at the polls, what do you think that means for our own homes?
No individuality, no opinion, no voice.
I just want to matter.
Okay, this turned depressing real fast, but I do like this energy. I say we put it towards a designated club.
Ooh, like a secret society?
Making detention into an actual extracurricular?
Something between those two. If we put our efforts together, we could really affect change in our school. We need to show people that being female shouldn't affect our lives negatively, that we have value outside of being ladylike. We'll meet weekly in this room.
So we have to get detention every week? At the rate we're going, that actually seems pretty doable.
Or we could just come to this room. I don't think there are any safeguards against people sneaking into detention by choice.
But getting attention wouldn't actually be the worst thing in the world. It could actually come along with the cause.
Disobeying the rules on the regular?
short. I like it. And we won't stop the fight until we've won.
All for one and one for all.
Yes. So far we've been pretty abstract though. What are we going to be doing practically? We'll protest unfair treatment by walking out of class.
We'll express ourselves any way we see fit.
We'll question the reasoning behind rules and push for explanations when we're scolded.
We'll sit quietly and read our books.
Anyway,
Till next week.
You can't wear that here!
Watch me. If you don't assign a book by a woman, I am walking, mister.
why is this chapter cut out of the math textbook? Why can't we go further than chapter 6? What if I need these skills?
Oh, well, those actually don't appear in cooking or
Cleaning. Plus, we needed some extra space on the bookshelves, right? Laugh with me. I've learned how to make 10 different types of cleaning sprays. When will I get to make stuff blow up? I don't care if it's unbecoming of a lady. What is this? Who's responsible? Emma, come up here now. Since you obviously want to make a statement, you will write out the phrase, "History is our story," on the board 20 times in front of the entire class. Uh-oh, look who's back.
Thanks. It was nothing, really.
Don't be modest. The way you stood up to that teacher was awesome. Especially the part where you used words and not chemicals. That takes guts.
I mean, I just don't find it fair that the boys get to learn the entire math curriculum, but we're stopped with the theoretical bits. Plus, anyone could have pointed out how ridiculous Mrs. Nathan was being.
Not me.
Oh, Emma, what happened?
Nothing. It's not important. You guys are good at this stuff. I'm just not. I lack gumption.
Emma, we just sang a whole song about this, remember? They don't own you. Don't worry, you'll get a hang of the philosophy.
No, I'm fine with the philosophy. It's the putting it into action that I have trouble with.
Oh, you'll get there. You just need to take it slowly. You're the one who started all of this, you know?
But I didn't ask for all this. That's what I'm trying to say. You guys took my experience and made me into the poster child for this movement, but all I've ever heard from so many adults in my life is how I should sit still, be quiet, and not fight back. How am I supposed to reconcile all of that with this movement you're telling me to join?
Oh, Emma, we all love and respect you. We don't want to make you do anything you feel uncomfortable with, but we also need you to meet us halfway. I know for a fact that standing up to Mrs. Nathan made you feel courageous, like you were doing something special. We know this may not come naturally to you. We've all been under the shackles of sexism. For so long, we've been told to hide the louder, more opinionated parts of ourselves. But what we really need is to show a little love. Hit it! You're just another recovering heart. You're gonna try this time.
Could be so easy to make it hard. Don't think I love too much. You're gonna be enough.
You're so close now, and I know now.
You gotta give me just a little gotta give me just a little bit of baby. You gotta give me just a little bit of, give me just a little bit of.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
Thank you. I can't take another song for at least a week.
Well, we can't guarantee that.
So, Mrs. Lazarus, thank you for having us over.
Yes, we're so grateful Emma invited us over with no prompting.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry, what was that?
Well, my mother would have hosted, but she's on a weekend getaway with some friends.
Sounds like she enjoys herself a lot.
It's an extremely covetable lifestyle.
It sounds lovely, dear. So, Emma's been telling me about this club of yours.
Oh? Oh, actually, it's one.
My apologies. She says you've been protesting the school's unfair treatment of girls and trying to change people's perception of women for the better. I'm thrilled she's found a feminist group.
Wait. Hold on, Miss Lazarus. Feminist?
Yeah, what's that? Oh, you can call me Betty. And yes, feminism. You know, women's rights? Fight the power?
Not familiar.
Oh, well, it's only recently come into the zeitgeist, and it might not be so popular among high school students, but maybe you've heard of the women's movement? Maybe it's ancient history by now, but when I was little, that's what it was called. And there are still, to this day, organizations for that kind of thing. The fight is far from over, as you very well know, but there are many great women you can learn from.
Well, we'll make sure to reach out to them. We want to connect with people on a wider scale.
We're mainly focusing on school issues like dress code, the breadth of information we have access to, and the idea of what it means to be a lady.
Wow, well, you girls certainly know what you're talking about. Why don't I go get some refreshments first, and I'd love to talk some more. Emma, do you want to help me? Please?
Okay, can we talk about how Emma's mom is kind of awesome, right? How could she not have mentioned that?
Do you think they talk, or just like go into little nooks and read?
That kind of upbringing would make sense. From my intel, it seems Betty tries to let Emma do her own thing while gently guiding her. Betty herself is quite involved in the community.
And how would you know all of that?
Shh, they're coming back.
Okay, everyone done?
Thank you.
My pleasure. And I was actually just thinking, I'm on the school board, and I think we could really use a young feminist perspective. Would you girls like to do a presentation on some of your issues at the next school board meeting? There's one in a week. What do you say?
That sounds amazing.
But we do have kind of a unique presentation style.
It would certainly be more entertainment than the school board is used to at their meetings.
But of course, we would be eager to accept your gracious invitation.
Great, I say, bring it on.
Wait, can we go over the plan again? For the last time, we go on, we make our points,
And wow, then, obviously.
and if all else fails, just remember I have the hardest job.
Guys, just be yourselves and we'll have nothing to worry about. We have passion and killer choreo.
Here. Now let's go on before Emma loses her cool.
Hey, come on, we've got this.
Welcome, ladies. I hope you have prepared your remarks. Now, since we don't have all day, you may begin.
And have fun. We are so excited to hear from you. Yay!
Thank you very much for having us. Today, we've come to speak to you about our rights. Some may call it the women's movement, others may call it feminism. But to us, it is first and foremost justice. Justice for the girls who hide their thoughts for fear that they'll cross imaginary lines set up for them
Justice for the girls who seek knowledge, justifying that for women, education has a limit. Justice for those seeking a life beyond marriage and children. Justice for the girls who suffer in silence. As high schoolers, we've faced gender barriers our whole lives. We try to pretend that everyone is rooting for us, but the truth is that when we go too far, give the slightest hint that we might believe in ourselves and try to secure what should be our inalienable rights, we are automatically shot down. A child's self-image is supposed to be formed in school, and right now what we're being told is that we don't matter, or we only matter in our usefulness to men. That is not right, and we, the one group, will do everything in our power to fight against this dangerous precedent. We will assert our opinions and never stop advocating for women to be all we can be, all we are. Okay, ladies, we've received multiple letters confirming that our presentation at the school board meeting was a huge success.
It better have been. I'm still icing my back.
How are y'all fine after that? Maybe because we're not like 40 years old?
Sick burn. Guys, Emma's been kind of on fire lately.
Yeah, that was devastating, and I fully approve. But, Golda, I have to ask, what's next for our backpack team? I was thinking something involving a human pyramid.
I'm literally never doing that. Rather than pushing the physical bounds, I was thinking we could go more national, or even global.
Whoa, one successful presentation and we're going on tour?
Not exactly, but
It's when you stand in front of a workplace and protest the unfair working conditions. No one can get in, so it causes quite the stir.
A direct approach. Interesting. Interesting? That's interesting to you?
Yeah, what's the issue?
I don't know. I just think this is a lot. Standing in front of factories, preventing people from going to work, crashing town halls, partnering with adults. We're wading into topics that we really don't know much about. And they're just kids. Isn't this going a little too fast?
Why do you only have a problem with what we're doing right now? You've agreed with the movement so far.
Yeah, because so far the craziest thing that we've done was present to the school board about a topic that we have experience with. You're talking about really divisive stuff that could affect people's lives.
For the better.
Or for the worse. You don't know. That's the thing. First and foremost, I'm a scientist. The way I operate is that I've become very familiar with the topic, study it extensively before I experiment. We don't know the basic facts of these situations, and that scares me. Why aren't you all scared? We're going into battle unarmed, our materials untested, and you're all none the wiser. If we want people to take us seriously, we need cold, hard evidence backing our arguments.
But we have our beliefs backing us. We have profound passion.
You can't possibly believe that's enough. I know firsthand that it isn't. Do you know how many times I've been discredited, disregarded, or forgotten altogether just because I was too quick to trust and didn't take my time to support myself? It's a hard thing to go through, but as women, that's what we're up against. It's a series of constantly needing to prove ourselves, defend our opinions, and sometimes that's still not enough. And I don't think we've worked together long enough for me to know your true intentions. This is a noble cause, but we need to take our time. So I'm going to burst your bubble, but it's going to take a little bit more than good intentions to win me over on this. I will be getting back on this one. consider what I have to say.
Meeting adjourned for today.
So, why did you ask me to meet you here? What do you want?
I think you know.
I think you're giving me a bit too much credit here.
Really? No clue? Well, if I have to spell it out for you.
That would be helpful. Yes.
I know there are seeds of doubt in your club.
I don't know what you mean.
I think you do. In fact, you can still smell the smoke in the hallways. Someone's on the fence about taking the movement forward, and without total harmony, your club becomes ineffectual. And worse, your choreography lacks flair.
I'm listening.
Nobody will ever take you seriously if one of the members of your club leaves. Everything you worked for will have been for nothing. And it might surprise you to know that your little movement has been causing harm to a fellow sister trying to make a name for herself.
Really? That's horrible. Who?
Me!
What?
You seriously didn't notice that I'm the only female principal in this town? How do you think it makes me look to have members of my own gender telling the school board that I support sexist treatment of my students?
But if the shoe fits...
But it doesn't. You have no idea what I've been trying to affect behind the scenes. You're dealing with adult issues here, and you are way out of your depth. Things that may appear to you to be the same or worse are actually getting better.
You're speaking pretty ambiguously. And think how discouraging it is to be a girl at this school, where all you see is the rampant sexism, and not whatever change you think you're working hard to do.
What do you know about being in this school? You haven't even been here for 2 months, and you've decided you need to change what I've worked years to create. It could be much, much worse, I assure you. And what do you know about running a school? Not even years of experience could prepare me for handling a school. And you think you could just waltz in here and tell me I'm failing? Who do you think you are?
I don't know.
Well, do you support women or not?
I do, of course I do.
Then if you want to see women in power, you'll disband your club. I'm asking this woman to woman. Help me out, please.
But why are you asking me?
Come on, Ruth. You and I both know that you're the most reasonable bunch. Think of all the times you've had to quell their reactionary personalities whenever the slightest thing has gone wrong. Whenever one of them is hesitant. Of all of them, you have been the calmest. But how long before you grow tired of resolving their battles for them? That kind of thing takes a toll, and you can only watch so much glitter out of your hair.
But they need me.
But do you need them? There will come a time when you'll realize you're giving much more than you're getting. And then you'll regret ever signing on to a campaign against the woman who is just trying to be in a position of power. Work with me here.
I guess you have a point.
Okay, didn't think that time would come so soon, but all right. So you'll help me out? Disband your club once and for all?
Look, I don't agree with a lot of your policies, but to be honest, I don't know much about administrating a school. And it was never my intention to hinder the progress you've made for women. But I also believe our club can do good. I mean, it's not like we have all the rights we want and need. So let's compromise. I'll try to get one to work with you in the fight for women's rights, and you'll be a bit nicer to us. Deal?
Deal. Thank you for understanding. Okay, guys, should we get started?
Fine, I'll start. I think we need to address what Roz brought up at our last meeting.
Guys, I know it's awkward, but we have to talk about it.
Well, maybe we should start with research. You said that was important to you, right, Roz?
Yeah, that sounds good. First, I want to do some digging on Principal Schechter and her policies, see if we can bring down once and for all.
Actually, I think we may have judged Principal Schechter unfairly. I mean, think about it. She's a woman too, and we're all about women. Why are we trying to take her down?
Because she's awful? She creates and enforces rules that are totally unfair and sexist. Who cares if she's a woman? She's hurting other women in their most formative years.
But think about things from her perspective. She's just another woman trying to make her way in the world. And if we work with her, we can help change policies right from the top.
Basically, our whole campaign has been against Principal Schechter, and she's never shown sympathy to the cause. Where is this newfound compassion coming from? And why is everyone trying to deviate from our plans?
I'm just saying, if we get to know her, she could be a really nice person.
It sounds like you've gotten to know her pretty well.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means that you've been sticking your hands in both jars and thinking that you can get away with it.
Really? Coming from the person who just last week forced us all to halt our plans because of your commitment issues?
Commitment issues? I shared very personal experiences with you guys as a step towards trust. But now, I see I was right to be apprehensive. Ruth has been scheming under our noses and fraternizing with the enemy.
Now, hold on, Roz. No need to be dramatic.
Really? Coming from you? That's rich.
I thought we were past this.
We were, until you went after my best friend. Don't go after Roz when you can't back yourself up. And why were you defending Ruth anyways? She's a traitor to the cause.
Boy, you're so caught up in your own grandeur, aren't you?
At least no one's mad at me.
Not now, Emma. We don't have time to indulge in your juvenile meekness.
You're taking cheap shots, Louise.
Let's focus on the issue at hand. Ruth is trying to sacrifice everything that we've worked for to satisfy Principal Schechter.
Another issue at hand? We can't trust Roz's judgment since she clearly doesn't trust ours.
And in the balance hangs the integrity of this entire group. Cold card is made. Don't rush me. Cold card is made. Don't rush me. Picking up the pieces of our broken dreams. Picking up pieces of my heart. Oh, I'm picking up the pieces of our fantasies. Picking up pieces of my heart. I have to believe that I believe in you. Never did I believe that I was always playing up for you. Now I want to take my love back in all those memories. I need to never look back to the way it got to be. So I'm picking up the pieces of our broken dreams, picking up pieces of my heart. Oh, I'm picking up the pieces of our fantasies, picking up pieces of my heart. Picking up, I'm picking up. Picking up pieces, picking up, I'm picking up. Picking up pieces, picking up, I'm picking up. Picking up pieces, picking up, I'm picking up. Picking up pieces now. As the shadows fall, there's so much to do. Later on the wall, you'll see the face of a bride. And I want to have a look back on all the memories. I need to never look back. It's the only way I see. So I'm picking up the pieces of our broken dreams, picking up pieces of my heart. Oh, I'm picking up the pieces of our fantasies, picking up pieces of my heart. Picking up, I'm picking up. Picking up pieces, 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 picking up the pieces of our broken dreams, picking up pieces of my heart.
I went and made a mess of things. But who's surprised there? This was supposed to be a fresh start for me, but I should have known. Every time I try to do something good, I go and mess it up.
Oh, hello, Mother. So nice of you to call. Yes, I saw the money on the counter for dinner, but I can boil pasta well enough to sustain me. When will you be coming home? How can you not know? Aren't you in control of when you feel like coming back? No, I certainly don't mean to sound ungrateful. I'm just trying to...
Sometimes in the morning, hiding petrified and can't move. Awake, but cannot open my eyes. And the wind is crashing down on my lungs. I know I can't breathe and hope someone will save me this when your heart was open wide and you loved things just because, like the sick and the dying. And sometimes when you're on, you're really, really on. And your friends, they sing along and they love you. But the world goes so cheap that the good feels really cheap. And it teases you for weeks in its acting. But you'll fight and you'll make it through. You'll make it if you have to. And you'll show up to school with a smile. You'll be better and you'll be smarter and more grown up and a better daughter or son and a resilient friend. You'll be awake, you'll be alert, you'll be positive though it hurts, and you'll laugh and embrace all your friends. You'll be a real good listener, you'll be honest, you'll be brave, you'll be handsome and you'll be beautiful. You'll be happy. Your ship may be coming in, you're weak but you're moving in, to the skies and the wells of the valley below. And your ship may be coming in, you're weak but you're moving in, and you'll fight, you'll go out fighting all again.
Emma, what's wrong? You're quieter than usual. And you barely touched your potatoes. Everything. Everything's wrong. What happened? One is over. What? Oh, what about Golda, Roz, and Louise, and Ruth? They were such good friends for you, and you really believed in that movement. It's all over now. Roz wanted us to slow down. Ruth wanted us to partner with Principal Schefter. Louise and Golda are back to hating each other, and for some reason they're all mad at me. Oh, I'm sure they're not mad at you. You've done nothing wrong. It's Sounds like tensions were high and they might have taken it out on you. Whatever it is, the movement is over. Now I'll just go back to my quiet, boring life, never standing up for myself and just sitting on the sidelines. Oh, you don't need that club to make you feel special. You have so much to offer as your own person. But what do I have to offer without them? I'm not a rabble-rouser like Louise, a rhetorician like Golda, a logistician like Ruth, or an investigator like Ross. I just sit around reading all day. Oh, you and I both know that's not true. What about your poetry? It brings me so much joy to open up a book and see you scribbled something genius in the margins. What's that one you wrote about Rosh Hashanah? As orchards burn their lamps of fiery gold, the grape glows like a jewel, and the corn a sea of beauty and abundance lies. Then the new year is born. And thanks, Mom, but poetry isn't going to get me very far. How are a couple rhymes supposed to make me into this big, strong feminist? Well, excuse my bluntness, but I think you're thinking about feminism all wrong, sweetie. Your activism doesn't have to be loud and flashy to still be legitimate and effective. Yours is a passion, a love that comes from the written word and holds so much more power than you know. Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to free. Some say love, it is a hunger, an endless aching need. I say love, it is a flower, and it's only it's the heart afraid of breaking that never learned to dance. It's the dream afraid of breaking that never takes the chance. The one who only and the soul afraid of dying that never learned to live. When the night has been just lies the sea that with the sun's light in the spring becomes Thanks, Mom. I think I understand now. My power comes from a quieter place, but it still shines just as brightly as the loudest voices. I'm so glad you realized that. It's just a shame you don't have your friends to work with you on it. I think I have a plan for that. Now that I see myself more positively, I want to lend that outlook to the group. I want to get the club back together. It'll take all of my energy, all of my resources, but I think in the end it'll be worth it. I need to get everyone together to see that what we're fighting for is bigger than our petty arguments. That strength of supreme suffering still is ours. Or something, I don't know.
No, yeah, that was really good. Run with that. I'm so proud of you.
Will you be okay by yourself for a little while?
I promised your grandma I'd help her tune her phonograph.
Yeah, I think we'll do some more playing.
All right, love you too.
I never loved nobody totally. Always one foot on the ground. Without protecting my heart truly, I got lost in the sounds I hear in the night. All of these voices I hear in the night. All of these words I hear in the night. All of this music breaks my heart, and it breaks my heart, and it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Suppose I never ever met them. Suppose I never ever come. Suppose I never ever let them drag me into this nutshell. Suppose I never ever saw them. Suppose I never ever called. Suppose I kept on singing sad songs just to break my own fall, just to break the down, just to break my down, just to break the down, break my fall, break my fall. Never loved nobody totally. Always one foot on the ground. Without protecting my heart truly, I got lost in the sounds I hear in the night. All of these voices I hear in the night. All of these words I hear in the night. All of this music breaks my heart, and it breaks my heart. I hear in the night. All of these voices I hear in the night. All of these words I hear in the night. All of this music breaks my heart, and it breaks my heart. I know what I have to do. I do not know what to do. Hey, how have you been?
Fine. I've been doing a lot of arts and crafts.
Oh, that's pretty.
No, it's not. It's awful!
Okay. Well, I was just wondering if you wanted to join me for some tea. And you got there.
Oh, this? Just a glass of water. Did you know that water is the only substance whose solid form is less dense than its liquid form?
That's cool, I guess.
Is it? Is it? Because to me, it's pretty annoying. It makes no sense.
Okay. Well, I was just wondering if you wanted to come study some weird leaves I found in the school courtyard.
Yeah, okay.
Great. See you then. Well, that was easier than I thought. Has she gotten weirder now?
Nice of you to stop by.
Thanks. I really missed our club.
Okay.
Anyway, I was wondering if you wanted to come paint with me. I've got some bold colors.
I prefer gray.
Oh. Well, we could sneak into school after hours. I heard they're painting the classrooms. We could watch the paint dry.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, that one was just depressing. Okay, last up. Ruth?
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there.
You all right?
You know me, I'm always all right.
Are you sure? It's okay to be sad, you know? I've always really appreciated how you respect everyone's feelings and try to make everyone happy, but you deserve to be happy too.
Thanks, Emma.
So, listen. Want to trick these chumps into getting the club back together?
Yeah, okay.
Hey! What? No way.
Yeah, we get it. You all thought you were just meeting me.
What cruel twist of fate is this?
A
guys want to do next?
In an orderly manner.
Yeah, we got it.
You know, Emma, you're really a natural at this whole leading thing.
Oh, I assure you, it is not natural at all.
Well, I've been hearing some interest from the girls in my English class.
Then we should try to engage them somehow.
Ooh, look, a package. It must be from SWB. Look how pretty.
They're shiny.
Whoa, these are really nice.
Quite
And
stylish.
they show we're a real organization.
There seem to be some extra though.
Well, what do you guys say we spread the wealth?
How so?
We bring the movement to the rest of the girls in the school. We've gotten so caught up in the adult politics of it all that we've neglected our strongest source of support. Students just like us.
That could be quite an undertaking. You're talking about a school-wide revolution.
I think it's high time. Let's show them what we're all about.
How can we know the fate of the earth? Must everything go from bad to worse?
How can we be just along for the ride? We'd rather believe that we decide that we can stand here and say loud and clear. Here comes the turn of the tide. Here comes the turn. Here comes the turn. Here comes the turn of the tide. We cannot go on sounding alarms and rattling swords and building bombs and fouling the air and the streams underground. We've got to begin to turn it around.
It's our right to be heard, our right to decide. Here comes the turn of the tide. Here comes the turn. Here comes the turn. Here comes the turn of the tide.
As low as we've gone, now the ocean is calm. And here comes the turn of the tide.
It's time to be heard. It's time to decide. Here comes the turn of the tide. Here comes the turn. Here comes the turn. Here comes the turn of the tide.
Okay, new one members, you've done very well so far.
But there's one final lesson you need to learn.
The most important one.
And a principle that governs our work here at One.
Believing in yourself.
Now, I think it's time for you all to go out and make some change.
Let's sing it.
Not so fast.
Guys, it's okay. I invited them.
You?
If you're willing, we'd like to take part.
Well, come on then.
Cause I've written it all before, and I've been down there on the floor.
No one
Sim, thank you so much for all that you've done for the production. It would not have been possible without you. We love you so much and thank you.
The backstage crew, thank you for all the time you give to Chagiga and helping backstage and the show run smoothly. We really appreciate everything you guys do.
Asher Lynn, Moshe Idex, and Toby Barnwell, thank you guys for stepping in and volunteering to control the lights and spotlight and the sound. We wouldn't have been in the dark without you.
Thank you so much, Ayla and Ella. Thank you for all the work you guys did for food. Everything was delicious. You guys were amazing. Thank you. And Molly for stepping in for Ayla for today. Woo!
Miriam, thank you so much for spending so much time creating all the beautiful scenery for the show, and you really made the show come to life.
Hallie and Shayna, without you guys, nobody would be here. Thank you for helping us create all of the marketing materials for the show. The playbill looks amazing as always. And thank you for capturing Chagiga pictures so we can hold on to these memories forever.
Thank you so much, Kayla and Zoe, for bringing the show to life with your beautiful decorations. The atrium looks beautiful and we are still appreciative for everything you've done. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Bree, thank you so much for all your help with the sets, lighting, and everything we might have needed. Your help is extremely appreciated, and we can never have done this without you.
Leora, not only were you amazing on stage, but you helped behind the scenes so much. We really appreciate all of your hard work and dedication as assistant director. The show would not have been the same without you.
Last but not least, Jemima. You built this show from the ground up. It could not have happened without the hard work and time and dedication you put into making this beautiful production. Thank you so much for everything, and we love you. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for coming.
And thank you to the producers. Thank you guys Thank you so much. You guys have been amazing organizing everything and really making this take life. Thank you so much.